So, update. I was watching my own video, a video which I made about 11 months earlier. You might have watched that video. But if you're watching this video, then definitely you might have watched that video. If you haven't watched that video, if you can spare 15 minutes out of your life to watch a video, please do that. This video might not make that much sense. But still, I was watching my own video and I thought to myself that 11 months earlier, that was a very big thing which was happening. Like entire world media was just concentrated on Ukraine, Russia, Ukraine, USA, the West, blah, blah, blah. But now everyone has forgotten about it. But guess what? The war is still going on. Surprise, surprise. The war is still going on. Civilians are still dying. And the people have made millions, billions out of it, but no one cares. What happened is that earlier I was of the opinion, like I was watching the video, and what made me make this video is I was very surprised. Like most of the things which I said in that video, most of the predictions did kind of come out to be true. Like 90% of the predictions came out to be true. Two or three things did come out to be wrong, but opinions have changed. Like two of my opinions, or like one or two opinions, have changed definitely. The first opinion which has changed is President Zelensky. About him, that opinion has changed. Earlier, I was a very pro Zelensky person. I respected Zelensky a lot. But now I exactly realized that why the hell you should not let a comedian run your country. Don't let a comedian run your country. Don't let an actor run your country. He made a complete fool out of himself. Not just himself, he made a complete fool of the people of Ukraine. If you guys remember, there's one thing which gave me a little bliss and a little joy. Meanwhile, my exams. That was that our brilliant president, Zelensky, alongside his wife, amidst the war, like people were dying on the streets when this was happening. The couple decided that, you know what will help our country right now, what will help our civilians right now the most. People are dying, but what will help our civilians is that we both posing for a Vogue photo shoot, for a Vogue magazine. We both posing for a Vogue magazine, which will be just seen by a few Americans in the West. No one cares about that, but they posed for a Vogue magazine photo shoot. Meanwhile, the civilians were dying in the country. That is how cared they were. That is how serious they were about their job. But things ended. Things didn't end. Like things kept on going on, and guess what? Now the US has made a lot. Why the US is making a lot of money? But now what has happened? That earlier US was just US said that, you know what, we'll be just a mute spectator. We won't interfere. Like we don't want anything to do with the war. It is just a war which is fought between two countries. We'll just be a human right activist. They just kept on saying that Russia is bad. Why they're doing what they're doing is bad. Obviously, it was, but very early on, like just in 2 months, 2 weeks, sorry to say, they moved from a mute spectator to just a spectator, like we will say. In 1 week, they said that, you know what, we'll help you to negotiate. And now, it almost feels like, but this is actually what is happening. Now the war is being fought between Russia and Ukraine, but the war is being fought between Russia and the US, and the battlefield is just Ukraine. The war is funded by Ukrainian blood, Ukrainian soldier blood, Ukrainian civilians' blood. Not a drop of blood, not a drop of sweat of Zelensky. That I'm sure about. And it's just US is now fighting with Russia, and Russia has lost the war. That is also one opinion one prediction which went off the window. I thought that Russia will win. It'll just take 2 or 3 months to for Russia to capture the entire country. No. Russia didn't even want the country. Russia didn't want the complete entirety of Ukraine. They just wanted 2 or 3 regions, and that they have been successful in capturing. But they have lost the war, tremendously lost the war. Like the aftermath is going to be terrible again for Moscow. And aftermath is, we're not going to even come to that point of aftermath. I guess this war is going to stretch for about 3 to 4 years. And people of Ukraine will just have to live like this. Like like daughters and sons in Ukraine, they will just have to be accustomed with their fathers going, their mothers going to work and then not returning back. That is how sad the situation of war actually is. And people have just made money out of that. That breaks my heart sometimes. But what we can do, like I also forgot about the war, so better thing to do is, like, for civilians like us, forget about the war. That is what we do. We will watch a video or two and then we'll completely forget about this. That is what I did. That is what I'll continue to do, because we don't have time. I don't have time to even edit this video. But yeah, that was a little things which were happening. War still going on. One, war was still going on. Second, US involvement increased. Third, US made billions out of it. US now, and now US is not just selling ammunition. Now the US companies, those companies which were earlier selling ammunition and then benefiting a lot of out of it, the stock markets have risen. The stock prices have risen 100% now. Earlier that was 32%. Now it is 150%, 100%, 200%. That is how highly profitable the war has been for these companies. And now they're selling planes, fighter jets, companies which are big enough to build fucking damn jets, and they're selling those jets to Ukraine. And yeah, that's just it. India has made a lot of money out of that. China has made a lot of money out of that. And India and China, I don't think that they're wrong in doing that, because India was very smart. I would like to like appreciate Prime Minister Modi, the government and the government's foreign policy. It is brilliant. I was also of the name, but yeah. But when this happened, I was also very happy with how India was actually dealing with the war, because it had a very neutral standpoint, which is brilliant. Nehru, I remember like people talk that Nehru had a very neutral standpoint, and it worked wonders for the reputation of country. And now Modi is following the same steps, same steps, because it is actually the right thing to do. Staying neutral is only the way how India was able to benefit from both the countries, from both the sides. And India has benefited a lot, China has benefited a lot. That's it. I'm watching myself right now, and I have changed a lot in these 11 months now, haven't I? I have changed a lot. Anyways, we'll end the video here. Bye.